What happens when you secure a written promise of absolute financial security from the richest man on earth, only to watch your entire reality morph into a corporate nightmare the exact second a pregnancy test turns positive? For conservative commentator and author Ashley St. Clair, the illusion of a stable, supportive partnership with Elon Musk vanished in an instant. Over the last 72 hours, the internet has been completely transfixed by a highly detailed, deeply personal video essay St. Clair uploaded to TikTok. In the footage, the 27-year-old influencer walks her audience through the exact moment her relationship with the Tesla CEO shifted from a calculated, mutually agreed-upon family plan into something she describes as profoundly weird. It is a raw, unvarnished look behind the curtain of tech billionaire family planning, exposing how quickly a private arrangement can disintegrate into public, high-stakes warfare. The factual breakdown of St. Clair's timeline reveals a heavily structured and transactional approach to modern parenthood. In her mid-May broadcast, St. Clair explained that as an established figure in right-wing media circles and an existing single mother, she initially believed the traditional path of a white dress wedding was entirely out the window for her. Her primary goal was expanding her family, but her biggest hesitation was long-term economic stability. According to her testimony, Musk actively alleviated those fears by explicitly promising he could provide total financial security. This directly led to a deliberate conversation during a tropical vacation to St. Bart's, where the two consciously decided to try for a baby. However, the precise turning point occurred immediately after the trip. St. Clair asserts that the absolute moment she confirmed she was pregnant, the warm, reassuring dynamic evaporated, replaced by an unsettling emotional distance, and erratic behavior from the billionaire. Public reaction has exploded across social media platform X, TikTok, and political forums, fracturing the digital landscape into deeply polarized camps. On one side, St. Clair's massive video rollout has garnered millions of views and triggered intense solidarity from critics of Musk, who are treating her timeline as definitive proof of a wider pattern of cold, transactional behavior regarding his multiple co-parents. Conversely, fiercely loyal corners of the tech bro internet are actively flooding St. Clair's comment sections with intense backlash. These critics accuse her of being a hyper-calculating clout chaser who knowingly entered an unconventional arrangement for financial leverage, frequently weaponizing her past bragging statements about having the world's richest man wrapped around her finger against her credibility. This situation escalated so rapidly because it cut straight to the core of a highly toxic, complex intersection within modern influencer and billionaire culture. In 2026, we are witnessing a complete commodification of reproduction among elite circles, where children are increasingly born into highly litigious, prearranged structures rather than traditional family units. It tells us that influencer culture has created a bizarre ecosystem where personal autonomy is routinely traded for institutional backing. St. Clair openly admitted that her primary concern was securing financial insulation, yet her experience proves that when you bind your personal life to an individual with nearly infinite capital, that financial security can instantly be weaponized as a tool for total compliance and obedience. Original commentary here. This entire public disclosure is a high-risk, desperate gamble to reclaim control of a narrative that has systematically destroyed St. Clair's professional and personal life. For an influencer whose entire brand was built on traditional family values and conservative commentary, documenting the cold mechanics of a billionaire's pregnancy agreement is a massive reputational pivot. She is intentionally tearing down the pristine facade of elite tech conservatism to expose its underbelly. By explicitly outlining how the relationship turned cold the second she became pregnant, she is trying to frame herself not as an opportunistic participant, but as a victim of a massive power asymmetry. It affects Musk's reputation by keeping his highly unconventional, chaotic personal life squarely in the news cycle, directly complicating his public image as a savior of declining global birth rates. That we must carefully separate the verified, documented details of this ongoing saga from the unverified theories bouncing around digital echo chambers. It is a confirmed fact that St. Clair and Musk share a son named Romulus, that a bitter custody battle is currently playing out in the court system, and that St. Clair previously sued XAI over explicit Grok-generated deepfakes. However, viral social media theories claiming that St. Clair is quietly collaborating with Musk's trans daughter, Vivian Wilson, to orchestrate a coordinated media takedown of a tech mogul remain completely unverified internet speculation. Furthermore, online rumors suggesting that Musk has completely cut off all court-ordered child support payments are legally inaccurate. St. Clair has previously stated her payments were cut by 60% as a punitive measure, but the financial battle remains an ongoing, highly contested legal dispute. The pacing of this public fallout has been incredibly tense and fast-moving, transitioning from a series of cryptic tweets into a full-blown, multi-part video confession that has forced mainstream entertainment outlets to re-examine the billionaire's personal empire. This leaves us with an unresolved tension that will likely dominate the legal system for the remainder of the year. With Musk previously demanding full custody of Romulus based on St. Clair's shifting political alignments, both parties are completely locked in an absolute stalemate. St. Clair spent years building a digital platform by analyzing culture, but by pulling back the curtain on the exact moment her billionaire romance turned weird, she is guaranteed that her own family dynamic is now the most scrutinized culture war on the timeline.